Today I had a conference with so many fake buyers. Mostly are buyers mandate broker on the ground. 90% people who travel are brokers with no invitation. Now I will repeat and repeat and repeat again. We have our own online procedure. I put that everything on LinkedIn and Facebook so that everyone understand the process buying precious mineral. Buying precious mineral, there is always an export documentation. So therefore, you deal with the sellers that have license to export. Being a foreigner, you don't have any license to export. So you buy it to the exporter, and then you are a trader. You sell it to your own end buyer when the gold arrive in your destination. Now, last night, I will not mention the name of the buyer, okay, so that he would not be embarrassed. I'm gonna use a thorough example. This buyer from Dubai, he's been communicating with me on video call, and he's happy. We provided him everything: the business license, the the mining site, how many workers of my seller. He's happy. He met me on the video call, and still he has a hesitation. I start to wonder. But however, I've given him the opportunity. So he did not return the contract. He sent someone in Ghana. So he gave me the number of his partner in Ghana. So I interviewed his partner. He's American. So I asked him, what is your role to the buyer? And he said, I am a buyer's mandate. I said, okay, fine. And I give him that buyer's mandate the background of my seller, because my seller would not deal buyers on the ground. My seller sick and tired. That's why I was hired. I was hired to screen you guys. I was in Ghana. The seller paid all of my expenses just to meet them. All of my sellers, I meet them there. I find out why there's so many problem and why there's so many things that sellers are fraud and scammer. No, you are, because you're scared, because you are a small trader. You're gonna sell the gold to the refinery and the jewelry manufacturer. That is normal. You buy and sell, you put the capital, and then you sell it to your end buyer with profit. That is why you buy from us with the wholesale. We give you 7 to 8%, sometimes maximum of 10%, if we know that you are a real buyer, because we don't trust you. Even Wilhelmina wouldn't trust you either. So that's why I am the one who will advise my seller to proceed or not after I validate you. And our conversation on Skype or whatever is recorded, so that you will understand that this is not an easy business. Okay? And I need to meet you guys. If you're a buyer, a video call. Don't be scared. A minute you be scared to meet this woman in front of you, then you are not a buyer. You are a crook. But anyway, so going back to this buyer in Dubai, he's been back and forth and back and forth. I've given him 3 opportunities, 3 of my seller. My 2 sellers start to wonder, because this buyer's mandate, he doesn't know how to deal with my seller. Immediately he said, I want to see the gold, and you bring the gold to Dubai, we will pay after. I say, wrong. You kill the deal. I already given that broker a warning, but I've given him the opportunity so that he would know who is my seller. I've given him all the number and etc. My seller come back to me, no, Wilhelmina, we're not interested. And I said, I know that, but I give the buyer's mandate an opportunity. Now, that is the bad experience that I had last night. Another buyer as well in Mali. Okay? They signed the contract. Then the contract has been translated into French. And not knowing that the partner has a office in Mali. Very tricky partner, but I will not mention the name. So that buyer and the partner would not be embarrassed. So I already know the motive. Guys, please don't Don't think about your intention or your motive, because my seller will easily detect. And my seller come back to me because I am the mandate. Don't think I'm a broker. No. I am the one who handles sales and marketing on behalf of the seller. I am the one who will screen you. And then you're gonna go behind my back, and then the seller will come back to me, and then I send you an email, and then you send me a rubbish response. That is not a business protocol. All right. So anyway, that is a good example. Now to you and buyer, I met a young guy today. He called me over the phone. He's from United States. He's a smart guy. He is a real end buyer. I met him on video conference. He introduced himself that he's an end buyer and he sell it to an hedge fund. That is normal. So he followed the system. But I will not mention the name so that he would not be embarrassed. But I'm just giving you an example, guys, that to buy gold is not for credit. This is cash business. My seller sell every day cash and carry. Here's the gold, give me the cash. Because the jeweler needs gold. They come to my seller. My seller has an office in Accra. But he will only come to Accra when there is a contract. You have to have a pre-order first so that my seller can allocate. And then he will bring the gold to Accra because they live in the village. The village from Accra is 5.5 hours. If you see on my Facebook, I put the proof of sale and who is my seller. I have different seller, but you need to lay out a capital. You cannot just bring the gold to Dubai, to United States. You pay taxes. No. The gold has a value-added tax. Now, may I explain to you again? The seller is a miner. They have gold. They would not sell to you if you don't have the money. To taste the gold is $50 per kilo to start with. You have to pay that to the refinery because you are the applicant. After the testing of the gold, because you want to test the gold, you want to know the purity and the carats. What are you intend to use? Either to make jewelry, gold coins, or medical uses for the mobile phone, and etc. So you need to tell us what are you looking for, because the gold is to start is 22, then the purity is 92 plus, untested. When it will be tested, the outcome of the assay report will be 93, 94, 95, 96, 97. On every bar have a different purity in the carats because they have to remove the chemical component like magnesium, lead, and silver, and zinc. But actually, that chemical component is not a waste. The refinery will use that. I know because I was in Dubai. I asked questions. The seller said, "Oh, we removed the waste." No, there is no waste. They're gonna use that into different uses. But you, as a trader, you're buying the purity of the gold. Yes, we will give you. If you're asking 23 carats, we will provide you. My seller will provide you. You have to taste the gold so that you will see the purity. You go back on the proof of sale. How the purity of the gold, the assay report is in there. That was the past performance of my seller. Okay, I sold the gold. Okay, my buyer from Australia, he sell it to the refinery. He get the profit. I knew that. And the buyer from Australia, he showed me the proof of fund because we are the same bank. Okay, and he showed it to me because I need to know. I will not send the proof of fund to my seller. I only see it by my eyes only. You have to send it to me, the proof that you have the fund. I will not send it to my seller. I will advise my seller, yes, I have the proof of fund of the buyer. Proceed. Let us proceed the contract. That is how I'm very, very thorough. The reason why I put this online because when I was in West Africa, okay, in Ghana alone, there are 2,500 miners. In Accra, there are 14 refineries, like PMMC, AA Mineral, Asankas, Asap Basap. Geological is a government refinery. ER Logistic, Bar Purity, Italtic, WRL refinery, 888, which is Australian refinery, Sovereign, and so forth. Why Australian refinery is in Ghana? Tell me that. We have gold here in Australia. We have diamond in Australia. But you as a trader, you will never get gold here because it has been pre-sold. It's not even finished yet. The investor putting money into the company in Australia, so you cannot buy gold. That is why the 888 is in Ghana. They are also an investor. They buy gold and sell it and then refine it. They will refine it into gold bullion, and then they're gonna start to do the stock exchange trading. That is normal. That is business. My seller is a miner. He produce gold and sell it to you. But our refinery buy as well, and then refinery will charge the buyer as well to taste the gold, to use their facilities. I'm explaining you now so that you will understand. No one is cheating you here. The gold will depreciate. Nobody's explaining to you about the gold. The gold will depreciate. That is why you need to assay, initial assay, then the final assay. The buyer is the refinery. They will refine the gold to make it into gold bullion, either to make it into jewelry. In downtown Dubai, there's so many jeweler. You go and walk into the shop and you're gonna ask them, "Oh, Mr. Manager, I wanna buy your bracelet. Send it to Australia and I will pay you when it arrives." Then the shop manager will call the police and will arrested me. Why I'm gonna say that? I'm just using my example, huh? You, as a broker, you are in Ghana, you're stranded there, sitting down on Accra Shopping Center on the internet, rah, 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 bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Gold is not a bullshit. First of all, I'm going to repeat again. When you see my Facebook, everything I have provided, the performance, the past performance, and you see Wilhelmina, okay? All of my seller, I have met them. But the seller will not deal with you without my screening. Just like when you apply for a job, you will be interviewed whether you get the job or not. In buying gold, exactly the same. You come to Wilhelmina, I will interview you. I will advise you step by step. I know which seller have available stock. Don't say that, oh, Africa is full of fraud. No, you are. We were being scammed. We lose 5 kilos in the hand of Canadian. You can see all the scammer on my page. I blocked him. That is a real thieves. Okay? But I learn a lot. Every day is a learning process. I learn how to detect a buyer. A minute the buyer changes it, then I start to wonder. But however, I give everyone an opportunity. If you are hesitant to believe us, I'm the one who will say no to my seller because I don't want my seller to be scammed again. My other seller has been scammed by a Mexican buyer, which I invited them in Ghana. Recently, that the seller come to me. Okay, Willie, do you know this Mexican buyer? I said, what's the name? Eric Blasco. I'll say, look at on the scam page. Eric Blasco is scammed 5 kilos again. Okay, now he is in Mali and in Burkina Faso. I warn everyone. That is why this is live. Okay, and I hope you guys do not believe on hearsay. You read, you digest what you are reading. You meet Wilhelmina live. I'm explaining and explaining and explaining again. And if you don't understand, meaning to say you are not a buyer. A real buyer will never question. Only a fake buyer will question, especially broker. In Ghana alone, there are 98% fake buyers. Mostly are foreigners. Australian, Indian, Chinese, Canadian, American, European, name it, they are in Accra Shopping Center. They're stranded there. They want to have a double commission. If you are working with your buyer, the buyer has to pay you as a mandate. The seller pay for my service. Okay? I'm not working for nothing. My seller pay me. I will not ask the buyer a commission. No. You buy through us. Okay, I'm gonna give you my background again. I am on real estate. I diverted into gold and diamond because the gold and diamond is a very lucrative business and I want to help both buyers and sellers. That is my job. I am in customer service, just like a call center. You come and inquire. You inquire through my Facebook. Wilhelmina, you see my Facebook, right? So, number one, I will recap how you're gonna access our products. Number one, you already saw my Facebook. You listen to the video. Number two, you send me a letter of intent, attention to Wilhelmina. I will review it and I will pick up the phone if you are the signatory. Number 3, we will send you the contract with with the seller's company letterhead, and etc. Okay, the contract is already there because the seller will send it to you because he's happy with my validation. Number 4, the seller will send you arrival visa as a company guest. You will be invited. Do not travel with no invitation because you're gonna end into disaster. Number 5, after the invitation, you arrive, the seller will pick you up in the airport and bring you to your hotel. Don't be scared. You will not be harmed by the seller. I was there. I was invited. I was given a driver. Okay, I was given money to spend. I stayed in the 5 stars hotel. Seller's company paid. So don't be scared. Okay, I am here to help you. I will monitor your movement. I will not go to Ghana. I will only travel on the final destination. I will only travel when my seller say, will he come to Ghana, and I will send you the ticket because my seller paid my expenses. I am very, very expensive. I charge my marketing fee and consultant fee. So the buyer would not pay my commission. Don't worry, you pay the price and you will not pay taxes. The price is tax inclusive. Our price is based on the world market. When, for example, you buy 50 kilos on the contract, you pay the 12 kilos. It's yours. Okay, when you pay the 12 kilos bank-to-bank cash, then the seller will give you a separate documentation on the 30% down payment if you want a big one. Now, if you want to buy a 5 kilo, you pay cash on the spot. Okay, now going back to this 30% down payment. After the assay, you taste the whole lot so that you will see the purity in the carat. You pay $50 per kilo to the refinery, because you are using their facilities. That is normal. After that, after the 50 kilos, then you pay the 12 kilos. You own the 12 kilos. The seller will give you separate documentation. If you want to carry, fine. And if you want to ship it, it's fine. Now the 12 kilos you will be given a certificate of ownership that the 12 kilos belong to you, that you paid, fully paid. Then the certificate of origin and Form 4A, Ghana, Bank from Ghana, and the custom clearance. You will be given that. If without any custom clearance, your gold will be confiscated. You will be charged as a smuggler. Now, the balance of 70%, the seller will also secure the documentation because you have not paid the 70%. The seller will insure his gold. On the 12 kilos, if you insured, fine. But the seller will not insure because you already paid cash. The seller will give you a separate export documentation. But on the 70%, the seller will secure the 70%. He will insure it so that when the gold arrives to your destination as a buyer, then my seller is safe. Because if the gold will be missing, the seller will go back to his insurance because he insured the gold. Does that make sense? Now, this is the real explanation. So please don't be naive. Don't be deceived by the broker that, oh, I am the seller, etc. There are so many agents on the ground. They are working for the seller because the seller have no idea. So of course the seller will use the ground person as an agent. So don't think that, oh, a seller is a scammer. No, the agent doesn't know. He just want to sell, give me the cash, here's the gold. But if you are an international professional buyer, you talk to Wilhelmina, I will educate you. On my Facebook is a vital information for you as the buyer. We are looking for a buyer for a long term, not a short term. Okay, so start a small quantity first, and then gradually we increase every week, every month. Then you don't need to travel anymore. Once we build our rapport with you and you feel comfortable with my seller, the seller will keep on shipping the gold. Just show the proof of fund. That's all. All right. That's all you can do. I think I explained it thoroughly already. I don't want to keep on repeating the same scenario, but still you don't digest it, you don't register it. That's why I called everybody a joker. Don't joke. This is not a joke business. This is a real business. We are only dealing with the real business buyer. All right? Chino broker is a headache to me. Believe me. One of the Buyer's mandate, they asked me to sign NC. I'm not interested. You talk to your buyer. If your buyer is paying you, then because you are outsourcing, you are using my Facebook to outsource buyers. So if you act on behalf of the buyer, the buyer pays you. But if the buyer doesn't pay you, then I will confiscate you as a referral fee, introductory fee, once only. We will not pay you continuous. Are you crazy? One of the broker, they want to have a continuous commission. My gosh, you're lazy. The seller dig gold under the heat of the sun. Who is going to give you for nothing? I work for so hard, right? The buyer has to hire me in order to protect them, and you guys, a broker, you're sitting down there asking commission for the rest of your life. You are crazy. Find another job. Okay, this is what I'm very, very frank. I'm very thorough because I want to rectify the industry. I want to remove those 98% jokers online. Please remove and go and find a job because gold and diamond is not for everyone. This is a very, very tricky business. One mistake, you will be arrested. Simple as that. As an smuggler, the trader, some of the trader, they are using gold laundering instead of money laundering. So we will stop that. I will protect my seller not to be involved in gold laundering, because my seller is a real miner. All right. Thank you very much, and have a pleasant good afternoon. Okay. Thank you. Bye.